Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Martin Dreyfus Show. Welcome back to our continued coverage of the Russia and Ukraine crisis. However, this time we are not talking about Russians invading Ukraine. We're potentially talking about Ukrainians invading Russia. You heard me right. There were reports over the past day that Ukrainians attacked an oil depot in Russia. Now, this is according to Russian officials. It's yet to be fully confirmed. But if this is confirmed, this war is not going to end for years. Years and years and years. So we got to get right into this.
Ух ты! Бедные собаки все убежали. Один отстрелялся, потом второй. О, там их сколько. Вот второй полетит.
So that looked like 3 to 5 waves of rockets being dropped down right there. What city did it say? Belgorod, Russia. There's really, I think, technically 3 options that it could be, right? Maybe 4, but I'm guessing 3. One, and probably the most likely, would be Ukraine. If that's the truth, things are going to shift drastically around the world, both prospectively, along with militantly and support-wise, and that could be the worst move Ukraine has made. Because if Ukraine did attack that oil depot, I'm assuming a lot of the world's support is going to stop, unless there's been coordination with the world to kind of use Ukraine as a vessel to take over Russia, which is another interesting perspective. The second person it could be would be Sweden, I guess, which I think is the most unlikely one, but only because they've actually been fighting in the air against the Russians, helping Ukrainians out. So possibly, but I feel like that's very, very unlikely. And then a close second to Ukraine would probably be Russia themselves. There's enough miscommunication, enough disarray in troops, enough people abandoning posts and that don't want to be a part of their military. Enough smoke where there could be fire that Russia legit attacked itself here. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, because it could be the worst decision Ukraine's ever made. It could be a behind-the-scenes thing by the world, or it could legit just be Russia attacking themselves. An attack from a Ukrainian helicopter. That's insane. The foreign minister of Ukraine said he doesn't have all the information. That's not very promising. You would think if Ukraine didn't commit the attack, they would just come out and say it. So I think that increases the likelihood of it being Ukraine tenfold, honestly. Want to see how that plays out. There was clearly an attack in Russia. It seems like it is Ukraine based on the minister's response. He didn't say, nah, it wasn't us, which would be the first thing you would say if it wasn't you. He said, maybe. So this just changed pace a lot. We knew Ukraine was winning. I don't think anybody saw Ukraine going into Russia. If that becomes the new story of attacks, man, this is only going to get worse and a lot faster. But it might contain it to just those 2 countries, because if Ukraine is no longer just defending themselves and now they're going on the offensive, then the world's going to be a lot less likely to risk itself to deal with those 2 countries, honestly. So we'll see.